Immigrants do not know this about the military, but they should. And before you think you know where this is going, let me tell you this. By the end of this video, you are going to learn not just what the military gives immigrants, but how those same 3 years can transform into benefit you did not even expect. I'm going to give you more than the title promised, because the truth is bigger than just immigrant and the military. The truth is about money, citizenship, discipline, and freedom. Stay with me, because if you watch until the end, you will understand a playbook that most immigrants and most Americans completely miss. On this channel, I show you how 3 years can buy you a lifetime bag. So subscribe. If you grew up in America, you probably at least heard about the military. You saw the commercials on TV. You saw the flag-waving recruitment video between football games. Maybe you had a cousin or uncle in uniform. Maybe you sat in class next to a kid who planned on joining right after graduation. Even if you never thought about it seriously, the idea of military service was always in the background. But if you are an immigrant like me, you did not grow up with that picture. Nobody back home explained benefits, contracts, VA disability, or the GI Bill. Nobody told me that one of the fastest shortcuts for immigrants in America is the military. Instead, I came here chasing opportunity the way most immigrants do, through school, jobs, or business. And because nobody told me the truth, I almost overlooked the single biggest door that was open right in front of me, the US military. I can say this with confidence because I live it. I came to America with little English, no network. I was the immigrant staring at bills I could not pay in a country I barely understood. And what I'm about to show you is the path that took me from broke and scared to financial free with benefits that pay me for life. Let us start with the immigrant reality. If you are new here, you know what I mean. Everyone tells you the same formula. Go to school, work hard, get a job. That sounds like a good advice, but here's the problem. It is slow, it is expensive, and it is unforgiving. You work double shifts in warehouses or restaurants. You send money back home. You scrape by in America while your bills keep piling. You go into debt for school. You drum in rent. And 10 years later, you are still hustling, still behind, still waiting to catch a break. That is the immigrant treadmill. That is survival mode. Now, here is the twist nobody told me. The military is the ladder that gets you out of survival mode. It does not matter if you start with broken English. It does not matter if you have no family money. It does not matter if you have only a green card. The military takes people at zero and gives them leverage civilians cannot imagine. The first thing most immigrants fear is language. When I tell people I join with broken English, little English, they are shocked. They think you need perfect English to serve. That is false. The military has programs and waivers for non-native speakers. You will still take the ASVAB, but the test looks at more than the language. It checks math, mechanical, problem solving. And once you are in, you learn English 10 times faster than in any ESL class. Why? Because immersion works. You are surrounded by English speakers every day. You cannot hide in your comfort zone. You cannot just sit in a classroom and avoid speaking. You are forced to adapt, forced to listen, forced to respond. That pressure accelerates your learning. Civilians pay thousands of dollars for English schools. Immigrants spend years in jobs where they only use their native language, never improving. Meanwhile, the military pays you to learn, on the job, in real life, under real pressure. I came in with saying little English. By the time I got out, I could read contracts, write essays, negotiate pay, and stand up in front of people to debrief. That transformation alone is priceless, because in America, language is the gatekeeper. Once you break it, doors open. The second benefit is citizenship. Most immigrants know the pain of the immigration system. Years of waiting, endless paperwork, expensive lawyers, anxiety every time you check your case status. You feel like your life is on pause until the government decides your future. But the military changes that. Military service gives you priority. It proves your commitment to the country. It fast-tracks your path to a citizenship, to a US passport. I have seen immigrants wait 10 years stuck in the system, not sure if they will ever get approved. Meanwhile, I have seen immigrants in uniform sworn in as citizens while still serving. Think about that. The same sacrifice that Americans complain about, is the shortcut that changed an immigrant's entire future. Citizenship means security. No more fear of deportation. No more fragile visa status. No more what if hanging over your head. You belong here. You are protected. And once you are a citizen, everything else in life gets easier. Jobs, education, benefit, travel, business. The third piece is money. Immigrants come here chasing dollars. But what do most find? Minimum wage jobs, back-breaking hours, no benefit. You are stuck sending remittance while barely surviving here. The military breaks that cycle because it covers your biggest expenses: housing, food, medical. Civilians can make $3,000 a month and spend $2,500 of it on bills. A soldier can make $2,000 a month and keep most of it because essentials are already covered. That difference is what lets you save. That difference is what gives you breathing room. And the pay is steady. Every 2 weeks on time, no games. Add BAH, basic allowance for housing. Add BAS, basic allowance for subsistence. Add bonuses, hazard pay, special pay. It's stacked on top of each other. And for an immigrant who stays in America in instability, that steady cash flow is life-changing. But here is where it gets even bigger. The benefits after service. This is where most immigrants are completely blind. They think service ends when the contract ends, but that is false. The real wealth begins after. VA disability compensation. Service take a toll on you. Knees, backs, hearing, sleep. Everyone pays a price. The VA compensates you for that. Monthly, tax-free for life. For me, that number is $4,544 at the moment, every single month. And it's taxed on top of any career or business income. The GI Bill. Civilians drown in student debt. Immigrants avoid school because they cannot afford it. The GI Bill flips the script. It pays tuition directly to the school. It pays for book to you. It pays you a housing allowance while you study. Instead of going broke in college, you are collecting checks. That degree then unlocks better jobs and higher income. Dependent benefit. If you have a spouse or kids, they get benefits too. Education support, healthcare options. In some states, even free tuition for children of veterans. State level perks, property tax exemption, free car registration, free hunting and fishing licenses, discounts and programs that vary by state. Alone, each one looks small, right? Together, they stack into thousands of dollars given to you or saved by you every single year. Most immigrants never hear about this benefit. Nobody in their circle talks about it. The military can also pay for your student loan that you already stack. Everything forgiven. Back home, if I told you that America pays veteran $4,500 a month tax-free for life, they will laugh in my face. But it is true. And that ignorance costs millions over a lifetime. There is something even deeper than money: discipline. Most immigrants come from chaos. Countries where survival is the daily grind, where corruption is normal, where rules are flexible. That mindset comes with you. You work hard, but without systems. You push, but without direction. The military changed that. It forces discipline into you. Wake up early, train, follow through, take responsibility. At first, it feels brutal, but over time, it rewires you. You stop making excuses. You start taking ownership. And that discipline carries into everything: business, relationships, marriage, health. For me, discipline was the hidden treasure, because when I left the military, I realized most civilians do not have it. They cannot stick to routines. They quit when it gets hard. They waste time. As an immigrant veteran, that discipline became my secret weapon. It helped me stand out. It helped me succeed in IT. It is helping me earn over $300,000 a year in my IT career. Without the military, I would not have had that foundation. Now, let me bring this down to real stories. I knew an immigrant from West Africa. He worked construction before joining. He barely spoke English. He struggled through training, but he made it. After service, he got disability pay. He used the GI Bill to pay for school and bought a duplex with the VA loan. He lived in one unit, rented the other, and his tenants covered the mortgage. Today, he owns property, has a career, and collects tax-free income every month. His cousin back home still cannot believe it. I met a woman from South America. She joined right after high school. At first, she was not sure if she wanted to stay in the US permanently, but after service, she had citizenship. savings, and a degree. She built a business her family back home never dreamed of. And then there is me. I came with little English, no connection, no real plan after school. The military gave me stability. It gave me benefit I still call it today. It gave me discipline that drives everything I do. And it gave me a foundation strong enough that now, years later, I earn over $300,000 in IT and still receive $4,544 a month that's free for life. That combination changed everything. So let me be blunt. If you are an immigrant in your 20s, broke, confused, wondering how you will ever catch up in America, do not overlook the military. Do not overlook the US military. Do not let fear or ignorance close the door in your face. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it has risk, but so does everything else. Working in a warehouse is hard. Scrubbing dishes for minimum wage is hard. Living paycheck to paycheck is hard. The difference is those struggles leave you with nothing when you are done. Military service leaves you with benefit, with discipline, with citizenship, with a foundation you can build on for life. 3 years of service versus 30 years of struggle. That is the choice. I am 34 now, and I can say this with confidence. The military was the single best decision I made as an immigrant here in America. Not because it was easy, but because it gave me a path. It gave me benefits I still collect today. It gave me discipline I still use. It gave me a chance to turn struggle into stability, to turn zero into wealth, to turn survival into freedom. That is what immigrants do not know, but they should. If this helped you, subscribe for more plays that turn service into freedom. Drop a comment if you have any questions and I will answer them. Watch this video on the screen that YouTube thinks will be helpful to you. Thank you for watching till the end.